Hello everyone, my name is Twinkle. I am starting a new chapter in your biology portion, that is tissues. Okay, so before going to tissues, hope you know what is cell. Cells are the basic functional unit of an organism. Okay, it is a basic functional unit specialized to carry out specific function. Each and every cell is doing its own function. It's not a single cell but a group of cells are doing the function. So a group of cells are making tissues. Okay, tissue means it's a group of a cell, and it has got the similar function, and almost it has got similar shape and size. So what are tissues? Tissues are the cells having a similar function and it has got almost similar shape and size. This is known as what? Tissues. So cells are making tissues, and the tissues are making organs are making organ system, and the organ systems are making an organism. Have you understood? Cells, tissues, organ system and organism. This is a structure. In this chapter, we are going to study details of the plant tissue. Okay, as you know, all organisms are made with tissue, and there are difference in the tissues of plants and animals. Now we are going to look at what are the structure of a plant tissue. You know that we are not growing after an age, but the plants are not like that. They are always growing. Okay, so these kind of difference will be there in the tissues of the plant also. So in the plants, you know that plant has got different kinds of functions are taking place in plants. The roots are absorbing the water and minerals, and it is transporting to the leaves, and the leaves are doing photosynthesis, and after photosynthesis the food is passing to the whole part of the plant, and the rest of the food means after the usage the excess food is going to be stored in the plant. So these kind of many actions are taking place in the plant, and all these particular actions, different kinds of tissues are there. Okay, so for example, the transportation means the absorbed water and minerals are transported by a special kind of tissue that is known as xylem. Okay, and after the photosynthesis the food is going to be supply all part of the plant, and that particular process is known as translocation, and that is doing by phloem, and the storage is doing with parenchyma. So all these are the examples of different kinds of tissues, and as I told you, the growth is not ending in plant, and the growth in the plant is doing with a special kind of tissue, and that is known as the meristematic tissue. Okay, so we are going to study detail about the meristematic tissue. So meristematic tissue, as I told you, it is responsible for the growth. So at the growing part of the plants we can see the meristematic tissue. Okay, so the plant tissues are generally of two types. There is a permanent tissue and meristematic tissue. As I told you before, meristematic tissues are responsible for the growth, and it is always growing, means it is always dividing. Okay, actively dividing tissues are meristematic tissue. And the permanent tissue, the another type of tissue is permanent tissue. Permanent tissue means it will be permanent in size, shape and function. Okay, it is not going to be divide that much, and meristematic tissues are the actively dividing tissue. Have you got it? So plant tissues are of two types, permanent tissues and meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue is responsible for the growth of the plant, and we are going to look at the details of the meristematic tissue. So what is the structure of a meristematic tissue? So it's a group of actively dividing cells mainly located at growing parts of roots and stem. Okay, so it is always dividing, it is responsible for the growth, and it has good cell wall, but the cell wall is not that much thick, it will be thin. Okay, very thin cell wall it has got. I am telling about the meristematic tissue. It has got a very thin cell wall. and it is compactly arranged without any space in between. The cells are very thickly arranged, and it has got a prominent nucleus, means a large nucleus it has got, and dense cytoplasm also it has got. Okay, and it doesn't have, generally it doesn't have vacuoles in the meristematic tissue. So these are the features of meristematic tissue. What are they? It has got very thin cell wall, and it is compactly arranged. It has got large conspicuous nucleus, and it is the nucleus is surrounded with plenty of cytoplasm, and it doesn't have vacuole in that. Okay, these are the features of meristematic tissue. And what are the types of meristematic tissues? And as I told you, different portion of the meristematic tissues will be there in the plant. Okay, and based on the location where it is present, we can classify meristematic tissue mainly into three. Okay, first one is apical meristem. Apical meristem means it will be at the tip of the shoot, means the stem, and the tip of the root it will be. Okay, at the tip, a portion of the plant which is growing, and the tip of the root which is growing, it is covered with, or it consists of what type of meristem? It consists of apical meristem. It is increasing the length of the plant, means the length of the root and the length of the shoot is going to be increased with apical meristem. And the next one is that lateral meristem. Okay, lateral meristem means you can see that beneath the part and the side portion of the shoot, you can see this is a side part of the shoot, and beneath that there is another kind of meristem is there, that is known as lateral meristem. Okay, lateral meristem, and what it is doing, it is increasing the size. Okay, the size of the shoot is going to be, the diameter of the shoot and the root is going to be increased by lateral meristem. Okay, the length is increased by apical, and the breadth or the diameter of the plant is going to be increased by the lateral meristem. And another kind of meristem is that intercalary meristem. You can see so many nodes are there on the shoot. Okay, this is one node, and you can see just at the base portion of the internode, another kind of meristem is there, and that is known as intercalary meristem. It is also increasing the length of the plant organs, and it is responsible for the repair of the damage of the leaves also. Okay, these are three types of meristem that we can see in plants. And what is the function? In summary, the meristem is actively dividing tissue, and it is increasing the length and girth of the plant, and it forms many new cells. Okay, this is about meristematic tissue. And the next one is permanent tissue, and we will see the permanent tissue in the next video. Thank you.